Okay, controllers, come here, controllers. Rift controllers, come here. What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man that can play. Making sure that this live stream works like it's supposed to. 1 second, everybody. Okay, controllers, come here, controllers. Rift controllers. All right, looks like we are good to go. Take care of a couple of things real quick. Pull out the chat. Yeah, JD Max was good. What is good, my guy? Let's set that back there. This looks like the new BMW. This is the BMW M4 GT3, which I'm sure you're very familiar with. Okay, so let's get on with the intros. What is up, me brothers and sisters? How's everybody doing on this Black Friday? Does anybody have any plans to pick up anything for Black Friday? I think once I get out of here, I'm going to make a couple of stops. Once I get done with this stream, I'm going to go to Walmart just to have a look around because although I don't need a TV, when it comes to Black Friday, Walmart usually has the best deals for Black Friday. But I think I'm going to go to Dick's Sporting Goods so I can get a new pair of gloves because the fingers and the thumbs on these gloves are just about gone. That's the new rim. That's 2K, right? That's cool. They scanned it in. No, this rim actually costs $1,400. So I guess now picking up anything, I got all I need. It's brutal out there. Oh, you mean not picking up anything? I don't plan to pick up anything from Walmart. I just want to go out there and see the savages. My son said it's going to look like look at the computer monitors instead. I have no interest in computer monitors, to tell you the truth, none whatsoever. I'm just fine using my 65-inch TV as a monitor. And besides, being that I do most of my stuff in VR, it would be a waste of money for me to buy a monitor, to tell you the truth. But I am planning on going to Dick's Sporting Goods to look for a new pair of gloves because the fingers and the thumbs are just about going on these ones. So I'm definitely looking to pick up something there at Walmart. Like I said, I just want to see the animals. So getting to the title of this stream, yes, you read that correctly. I just ordered the Fanatec Podium DD1 with 2-day shipping. I wanted to do overnight shipping, but that would have been an extra $100. Instead, I did the 2-day shipping because shipping for FedEx Ground would have cost $30, and it would have taken like a week and a half to get here. For an extra $10, 2-day shipping is worth it. Says my friends are trying to get me to get an ultra wide. That's just it, though. That's just it, JD. How much gaming do you do outside of sim racing? And even with that, how much of it is flat screen? FedEx sucks sometimes. Yeah, that's true. So talking about this situation that led me to order the Podium DD1. So for those of you that's been following me, again, telling this story again, I ordered the Fanatec CSL DD wheelbase on September 12th. I was given an availability date or shipping date, whichever way you choose to look at it, of November 2nd. About 2 weeks later, I got an email from Fanatec saying that it had been delayed until November 29th. And then just yesterday on Thanksgiving with November 29th only a few days away, I get another email from Fanatec saying that it's been pushed back to January 3rd of 2022. That bothered me. When they pushed it back to November 29th from the original November 2nd date, that didn't bother me that much because I figured that might have been out of Fanatec's hands because of the shipping crisis going on over in California. This situation right here, I don't think it was a case of the shipping crisis, although they're trying to blame it on the shipping crisis. They're saying that the ship inbound from China has been delayed, and I would have accepted that excuse if they would have said that that you've been delayed by a week, maybe 2 weeks. I would have accepted that. But because I've been delayed to January 3rd, which happens to be the next availability date, in other words, the next batch of CSL DDs will be available January 23rd, that's what I can't accept. So simply put, they promised me November 29th, and they pushed me back to January 23rd, which in my opinion, I think they overpromised. I think what might have happened is, I'll say it again to throw a number at you guys. I think maybe they promised 3,000 people a wheelbase, and when the shipment actually came in, they probably only had 2,000 of them. Not to mention units that they may have needed to replace because maybe some people got some bad units or something. So even that might have thrown some things off. That being said, Arrow, DD1 with 20 Newton meters. You're going to have to wrap your wrist before racing. You know, it's funny that I was watching a video from Dave Cam, and he says, with that, I don't know where he's from, but he says it with that accent, that UK accent. And he says, if the car goes into a spin, just let it go because it'll rip your thumbs off. That was so funny. Arrow, the Sim Magic Alpha Mini with 10 Newton meters catches me out sometimes if I over rotate. You got a Sim Magic Alpha Mini? Arrow? See, I thought about going with the Alpha Mini. It had a pre-order price of like $519. Now it's like up to $639. Originally, I decided like, okay, I'm not. The Alpha Mini caught my eye. But by the time it caught my eye, I had already ordered the CSL DD. If I knew I was going to go through this bullshit, I might have canceled it. But I'm already caught up in the Fanatec ecosystem with this McLaren wheel, the CSL pedals, the CSL Elite pedals, the CSL DD that's on order, and the CSL Elite wheelbase. I'm well embedded into the Fanatec ecosystem. And that's why I went ahead and tried to gut it out with this CSL DD order. If I knew this bullshit was going to happen, I would have went ahead and went with the Alpha Mini. But their ecosystem, they don't have near as much shit to choose from as Fanatec does. And their rims, I think, start at $400. So, and then I think their pedals run around $600. Which I guess the pedals aren't a big deal, being that the Club Sport adapter for Fanatec allows you to use the pedals standalone, so that wouldn't have been an issue. So hindsight's 2020, because when I started this crazy ass journey of all this damn money that I spent, so now that I've ordered the Podium DD1, I've got about $3,300 invested into all this shit, the rig, all the Fanatec shit that I ordered. And I haven't even ordered the load cell pedal yet for the Black Friday specials. I'm still going to come around to all that shit because I know I'm jumping around and not finishing stories. I'll come back and finish what brought me to the DD1. I mean, I already got about 60% of the story out, but talking about this Black Friday situation. So I go to the Fanatec website, and all the Black Friday stuff that was listed is finally available for pre-order, but the shit's not coming like for I think the earliest thing that's coming is like the CSL P1 steering wheel. I think that has a date of January 8th. The load cell for the CSL pedals has a date of like February 20th or some shit like that. So I'm not gonna order that shit right now. I'm only like with the load cell, I'm only saving $20. I don't want to wait until February to get the load cell pedal, and then because of this bullshit shipping crisis that's going on, that our government, that I feel, has fabricated, that February date might end up turning into April. Now, I don't want to go through that bullshit. So what I think I'm going to do to deal with getting a load cell, I like my CSL Elite pedals. I actually like those better than the CSL pedals. The reason I went with the CSL pedals is because of the load cell, and I expected the CSL load pedals to be available immediately, and not a pre-order and ships in February. So what I think I'm going to do is just go on eBay and find some CSL Elite pedals that have the load cell already, and I think I'm going to order those. Now, I know that because of the potentiometers and all that shit and moving parts and stuff like that, it could wear out faster. But what I would essentially do is just buy the pedals, and if the pedals look worn, I'll just take the load cell off of it and add it to my own CSL pedals, which are barely used. Those pedals are still pretty much brand new. So that's how I plan to deal with the load cell problem. I'm probably still going to order the metal quick release from Fanatec at some point. Assuming it's available, because I don't want to deal with any pre-order shit. And then as far as that wheel goes, the P1 wheel, I don't know. I don't have to have that wheel. I might simply go on eBay and see if somebody's got a WRC wheel for sale or whatnot, because the only reason why I was even interested in getting that CSL P1 wheel was for the dirt rally games, which I won't be playing that much. It's pretty much ACC. Now I understand that iRacing has a Black Friday special. I think like for 50% off for new subscribers. So I think I'm going to look into that and possibly get that. So coming back to this situation, I posted on Reddit that I'm leaning towards getting the Podium DD1 and canceling my CSL DD. And some people on Reddit feels like you're playing right into Fanatec's hands, that they probably fabricated this on purpose to force some people to upgrade to the Podium 1 DD1s, you know, and they definitely got some laying around, because when I went to the Fanatec site to order mine, it said ready to ship, and that's why I ordered it. It said ready to ship. And when I ordered it, it gave me a list of shipping options overnight. It was like FedEx ground, 2-day shipping, 3-day shipping, and overnight shipping, which was the most at $100. I went with the 2-day shipping, which was an extra $10. So $40. I did try to use Jardier's affiliate link, but it didn't give me any kind of discount. So I don't know if that link is expired or that's one of the items that they won't give you a discount on. I don't know. But in any case, I went ahead and ordered it. So plus shipping, plus tax, the Podium DD1 ended up costing me about $1,315 out the door. But I will offset a lot of that when I cancel my CSL DD order and get my money back for that. That will get me back about $521 unless Fanatec hits me with some kind of cancellation fee. We'll look into that. And then once the Podium DD is in my hands, and I know that there's no problems with it. I may possibly sell this to offset that. Now, on another note, people were talking about the CSL DD Pro that was just announced for the PlayStation. I'm not waiting until March. I'm not pre-ordering that shit and waiting until March 22nd for the supposed availability date, only to get an email from Fanatec on March 18th telling me that it's been pushed back to July. I'm not going to go through that bullshit. I do understand that for an extra $150, they will air freight it, and you would have it in time for Christmas. But the one that I saw was for the 5 Newton meter bundle, which includes a CSL DD standard 5 Newton meters of torque, the GT7 official wheel, which looks like a cheap Thrustmaster wheel to me. It does have a lot of buttons, so I give them that, but it still has a cheap Thrustmaster look to it. The CSL pedals, which I already have, which I would not need, and a table clamp, which I already have, which I would not need. So the base itself would be the only thing I need. So that bundle is $700 plus another $150 for air freight. For that much, and then if you want the bundle that includes the low cell and the 8 Newton meter power pack, now you're up to like $1,049. For that shit, I will pay the extra $150 and get the Podium DD1 that I just ordered. Fuck that. Arrow, you said I pre-ordered the CSL DD on September 26th with an estimated delivery of November 12th. I canceled my CSL pre-order on the 19th of October and ordered SimMagic, which I received November 11th. Oh, cool. So Arrow, when you canceled your CSL pre-order, did they hit you with any kind of cancellation fee, or did they give you all your money back in full? And I guess I can go ahead and do a couple of laps in this BMW M4 GT3 while I wait for you to respond. So once my DD1 is in my hands, then I'm going to go back and cancel my CSL DD order. Man, you talk about sim racing being a rabbit hole. I'll say this, and I said it at the beginning. When I first decided to upgrade from the Thrustmaster that I had, I did it with the intentions that I was content with using a lawn chair and a coffee table. So I was going to go ahead and upgrade to the Logitech G29. I did the research, found out it's basically the same wheelbase that I already have with the he said no, but I lost about $30 in change exchange rates. Okay, well, I'll be willing to take that hit to get my money back. Because the other option is to wait until January 3rd when the CSL DD is in my hand and then turn around and flip it on eBay. But it may not be. So for the people that have CSL DDs right now, I guess they would be in the driver's seat if they wanted to flip it on eBay. They would be in the driver's seat, but there's going to be some people who's going to hold out for that CSL DD Pro because they want to be able to use it on the PlayStation as well as PC. So when I intended to upgrade, I did it without any intentions of buying a sim rig. Again, I was going to upgrade to the Logitech G29 and then found out it is basically the same as the Thrustmaster that I have. Then I thought about upgrading to the Thrustmaster TX, the T300 or whatever that is. And then, I finally, after Ham and Salsa were kicking my ass, I finally decided to take a look at the CSL DD, and everybody's talking about it like it's the hottest thing since sliced bread. And so I watched tons of videos, and then I went ahead and ordered it. Um, and I ordered the CSL DD with the intentions of using it on a table. Therefore, I ordered the table clamp. I was going to play it by ear. Once the CSL DD arrived, I was going to assess the situation from there and then decide whether or not that I needed a rig. Um, so after doing some more research and a little nudging from Ham, because he was all over me about that shit. He was persistent about that shit. Get a rig, get an aluminum rig, and so I was like, okay, I'll look into getting a rig, and then I was gonna look at the Play Seat Challenge, which is basically a lawn chair with a wheel deck, for $220, which I think was kind of steep for what you're getting. Then I looked at the Omega Art, the GT Omega Art, saw some flex. Then looked at the GT Omega Titan, which looked like a very solid rig. Saw some flex, and then I decided, okay, the GT Omega Prime, which I have right here, I thought that might be overkill, that may be way too, that I might be spending too much money for the wheelbase that I'm getting, that I might not need a rig like this for the CSL DD. But I went ahead and did it. I bought this rig, and this rig is, I think, definitely strong enough to withstand the Podium DD1. And I've said that yesterday, that I went ass backwards, that I bought all the shit before buying the rig. So it was like, as I kept buying more shit, that kind of played into me reluctantly spending the money to get this rig. So I'm glad that I bought the rig and went straight to the top. I have no regrets. I would have been pissed off if I would have bought any of the other rigs and I would have got flex. I would have been pissed off. But I get no flex out of this rig. I absolutely love this rig, and it's great to know that this rig is going to be able to withstand the DD1 that I ordered. So it's 2-day shipping for my DD1, and it should be here. I'm hoping by Sunday or Monday. And I have Monday off. Let's go. Shit!
Box, we have to repair the car.
Restarting. And having a look at that beautiful...
Green light, give it all you got.
Sim-Magic GT4 wheel is expensive at around E550, but it's all metal and weighs 1.45 kilograms, 3.2 pounds, so it feels solid. Now, when I looked at the Sim Magic, the GT4, see the wheels that they had, the GT4 wheel did look nice, but I thought it was kind of, it looked kind of small to me. Um, so when I started getting into this Fanatec ecosystem and started doing the research, because like I did the research on everything that I bought. I didn't just up and buy it on impulse. So when it got around time for me to buy this GT McLaren wheel, um, it was the cheapest wheel that of its kind. Um, any other like GT3 wheels was starting at like $400-500. So it was the cheapest wheel. But I did the research on it, and a lot of people, a lot of the bigger YouTubers actually like this wheel. The only problem that I've heard coming out of people's mouth about this McLaren GT3 wheel is that it's pretty much plastic. But they still feel like it's a good quality build. And then the other problem was coming from people who prefer the Formula wheels, because the Formula wheels are a little bit smaller than this GT3 wheel. So they complained about this GT3 wheel. They felt that it was kind of big, and I'm fine with it. The new physics that they added to this game, I've talked about it before. It's almost like they eliminated the trail braking. You got to pump the brakes. From what I'm seeing, you pretty much got to pump the brakes before you get to the corner. You can pump the brakes while you're going into corners, but it's almost like you got to feather the brakes. And the cars are definitely more understeering. So I'm not going to be on much longer, because I'm actually going to end this stream here shortly, so I can turn in, so we can go Black Friday shopping. My son and I are going to go again. We're going to go check out the animals. I guess for some people, these new physics, it's almost like having to learn the game all over again. And Dog King, he was absolutely elated about these new physics. He said it felt like a whole new game. You said it right there, Arrow. You said under heavy braking, cars feel less stable. Under heavy braking, they feel like they're squirming. Yeah, you nailed it right on the head. I think out of the cars that I've driven so far over the past few days, even though first gear is like a truck, I'm kind of liking that Aston Martin. In fact, I think I'm going to go back and use that car real quick. Also, like the way it sounds too. I like that growling ass. I don't know if it's got. I didn't look. I don't know if it's got a V8 or a V12 in it. But I love that growling ass motor, and I love that kind of poof sound you hear when you're changing gears. But I'm definitely gonna have to move this game over to my SSD because it takes longer to load. Uh, all right, I guess I have to go with this one. I might actually jump back. I might actually jump into one race with this Aston Martin. I think I'll do 1 or 2 laps with this Aston Martin, then I might actually jump in a race with it. But I also got to eventually get back to my Porsche because with these new physics, I got to learn that car all over again.
Green light. Go, go, go.
The 1.8 update has dramatically slowed down load times on my PC too. And you got an MVM SSD. Wow. Oh my goodness. I like the way the force feedback feels on this car too. The force feedback feels a little more consistent with this car. think I might even feel some tram lining in there. That's not going to help my time. Oh my God. That's a wrap. Still like this car though. All right, we're gonna go in and have a quick look, see what it looks like online, and maybe get in a quick race, and then go Black Friday. And like I said, watch the animals go to work. I saw that TV first. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah. Nürburgring. Snetterton. Spa as usual. Ever popular Monza. Trying to decide, do I go into Spa or do I go into Nürburgring? So I think I'm going to go with Spa. Oh, this is taking a while.
Green light, go, go, go.
What the hell? It just froze. All right. It froze up for some reason. Oh. I have no idea what happened there, folks. Um, and I got no sound. Here we go with this crap again. Ah. Looks like I'm gonna have to call it because the only sound that I'm getting now is coming directly uh, from the TV, which will cause an overlap if I try to go forward. Ugh.
Did you try changing it from like the bottom right corner?
Yeah, it's still on Rift S. Just because I'm changing it around in game because I'm trying to put it back on the Rift S, but it's not working. Yeah, nothing's coming through the Rift S, and it's got to come through the headset because if I go ahead and go with the sound coming through the TV, the microphone will pick it up and it'll just overlap and keep playing in a loop, and it'll really screw up the stream. So with that, looks like I'm gonna have to shut it down. Looks like the Rift S is starting to become more of a problem than the Quest 2. So I don't know. Look like I might have to put the Okabaj on the Rift S.
To me, the Rift S has always been a problem.
Okay, folks. All right, folks, that looks like it's going to do it. Thanks for tuning in. I mean, at least the stream lasted long enough for me to explain what's going on with me ordering the Podium 1 DD. Once this, today's Friday, I expect the rim I expect the wheelbase to arrive Monday, but I'm hopeful that it will arrive Sunday, regardless. Whenever it comes, I will do a live unboxing. Then I will get it set up and we'll test it out live. So with that, my apologies, folks. because I got to end the stream right here. Otherwise, we're going to continue to have problems. But maybe later on tonight, I'll come back with something. And if my son's still using the PC, maybe I'll just go ahead and jump on GT Sport and just put around, and you guys can jump in and we'll just have a conversation. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and boogie on out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. My apologies once again. I've been having problems the past few days. I don't know. Something's definitely going on. And the headset doesn't want to seem to cooperate. In any case, that's Black Friday sales. See if you can pick up a microphone and boom arm for the rig. Don't have to worry about Rift-ass robo voice. Well, I already have a Yeti microphone, so I have a quality microphone. But the boom arm, that's something. That's definitely something to consider. I mean, but that Yeti microphone picks up everything. I can set it anywhere. I mean, hell, I even bought my son a snowball microphone, and that thing picks up everything. So I definitely got the microphone covered. I've got the Yeti microphone, and but yeah, the boom arm is something else to think about. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely something to think about. Okay, folks, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here and let you know how it went with the Savages for Black Friday. You guys know the line. Wakanda forever, long live the king, and deuces. See you soon. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Huh? 1 second. Yeah, go ahead and stop the stream for the PC.